name is Stephen Toya Sr., second generation of drum makers. My children would be a third generation. Very honored to be a part of this documentary that it's about history. It's about, letting people know who we are, where we're from, and how we continue to carry our culture, our tradition, and our values. Just want to briefly show you some of the styles of the drums that we make. Right here is more of a, I would call a plain style of what we call the hand drum. Um, to me, it comes from the northern tribes and the southern tribes of Oklahoma. And this is my style of the ties that I tie in the background. And here in New Mexico, we have what we call the sun symbol, the Zia sun symbol flag of the state of New Mexico. And if you all know the sun symbol of New Mexico, it has four different rays in the four directions. And I incorporated that into my hand drums to keep that Zia Pueblo tradition and culture. And each ray has a meaning. And I briefly want to go through the meanings real quick. And the first set is birth, um, baby, childhood, adulthood, elder. The next would be the four directions: north, south, east, and west. The four seasons: summer, winter, spring, and fall. And the four times of the day: morning, afternoon, evening, and nighttime. And all these intertwine as who we are as human beings. I was always told that drums are round to represent Mother Earth. This is more of a contemporary drum round where I fabricated the rounds and I made it into what we call the hand drum style of the drum. Hand drum is called because your hand fits into the back end to where you handle the drum. The next drum I like to show you is what we call more of another one, a plain style of a drum. And this style is tied with one strap. It gives it a cone effect, a cone design. And this is what we call the single strap design. It's a real beautiful lightweight drum. The wood is contemporary. It's not of the cottonwood. The traditional trees that we use is the aspen tree, the cottonwood tree in the southwest. And these ones are actually a drum set. I take all the hardware off and I patch the holes where they were drilling, where the hardware would connect to it, and it makes it a real light, versatile drum. Something that you could handle every day for performers that are on the road. And the second drum I like to show you is a smaller version of what we call the Pueblo style of a drum, a short version. Again, the round is of the contemporary wood. I believe it's ash that was made into this drum shape. I took all the hardware off, so what I'm trying to say, it came from a drum set, a band drum set. I took the hardware off, patched the hose, and this particular style is a double strap. And what design it makes out of it is what we call the diamond shape. So the two straps makes a diamond shape. The one strap makes a cone shape. And this is more of a plain style of the Pueblo style drum, same as the single strap drum. I guess I would say contemporary for those that are having dance groups, that do dance groups, that perform, travel. Easy to travel with. It's not something that's very heavy. This particular drum is a traditional drum. It's made out of aspen drum round. The tie is unique. This tie is a special tie that I would call it the Zia tie, the Zia Pueblo style of a traditional drum. This is what we use for our annual fiestas. We have feast days. Our Zia Pueblo feast is on August 15th. Handles out of leather, out of buckskin. The low tone, and then we got a high tone on the other end. The reason why we have a low tone and a high tone is when we start the ceremony in our fiesta and our corn dancing is we start off with the low tone. The singers come out with the low voice. As we get into the song, the singers will get loud, the tempo will get louder. So to match the tone of the singer's voice from the low tone as they started off slow and gradually getting into the song, they'll flip the drum over. So now the high tone will be matched with the men as they get louder. So it's a unique style. It's a unique dance that we have, our fiesta. And we also utilize this drum in our buffalo dances, a lot of ceremonial dances. We have kiva dances. A lot of our Pueblos, we all have different styles of dancing, unique ties. There's a lot of different ties. I showed you the single tie. A lot of Pueblos have the single tie and the drum. A lot of Pueblos have the double tie that has the unique diamond in the middle. In the majority of our Pueblos, we do paint our drums. We paint them. We paint them with our Pueblo significant colors of the red, the black, the white. If you see on the belts, sometimes the kilts in green. I would say a green of a evergreen color. You know, we have a medicine wheel that has the red, the black, the white, and the yellow. So a lot of our tribes have their unique color to identify our tribal colors. And the next drum I like to show you, the powwow, the universal drum. Long ago, our sacred dances came out with the northern tribes, I believe. It was called the ghost dance. You know, this ghost dance was a sacred ceremonial way of dance. And as the years started to come, we started to come into this world where it became what we call the war dance. The men would usually only dance this dance, the ghost dance into the war dance. And today it's a very popular place and a place to do what we call the powwow. You know, and in this powwow, we have different tribes that bring in their unique style of songs. At a powwow, you'll see a style of drums like this. This style, some drums are more wider depending on the area you come from. Again, this drum is out of a contemporary bass drum. This was more of a marching band drum that I got a hold of. I took it apart, and I'll tell you what, it's very light, very versatile to haul. It's very unique, very strong. I put brace in the inside so that way the hide doesn't collapse around. You know, rawhide's very strong. If you live in extreme heat, you know, be careful. You leave your drums in your automobile. If it's 100 degrees outside, it's going to be 100 plus in the inside of your vehicle. And what happens when you could bust your drum? The straps could bust. The part of the rawhide could tear because of the intense heat. You know, I don't, but some people, they use olive oil or something sometimes to put on their hides. To me, sometimes that flattens it down. If you over usage of the oil, you soften the sound. You make the hide weak. And it's just up to you. That's why I love to paint my drums. The reason why I love to paint them, the whole drum, is to secure it from the heat and the moisture. It keeps it, especially when you're around the ocean sides, the west coast, east coast, the humidity, the moisture will soften the rawhide and it'll flatten your drum. It'll take away the sound of the drum. And a lot of the times it's only one person that we call the drum handler, the drum keeper, and that is the drum keeper's responsibility. Some tribes, we honor our drums as if they're human beings. We brought the animal back to life. We brought the drum round back to life. So we call it the heartbeat of the drum. You know, the spirit of our drum is our identity. Let's keep this culture going. Let's keep this culture alive. And most of all, be respectful to the identity of who you carry, your ancestors and your forefathers' blood. I hope, thank you, and may you all have a beautiful day. I hope.